Without going into the very details of what the result is in Bengal today, here's the big picture. The big picture is that in the all-important Kolkata Municipal Corporation, the victory of which is not just in mathematical terms but symbolically very significant, it's a sweep for Mamata Banerjee. It's an absolute sweep. She has gained 52 wards. The left has lost 42 wards. That's a complete turnaround in fortunes. Hey, look at the other municipal bodies in West Bengal. It's closer, but again, significant gains. Left has lost 36 wards compared to 2005. Trinamool has gained 30, complete reversal of fortunes. But there is also another way of looking at it, that the left is stronger in rural areas still as compared to Mamata Banerjee. But then, is that the real story? There are many fallouts of what's happened in Bengal today. With me on News Hour tonight is Derek O'Brien, spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya of the CPM, Mayor of Kolkata, and Abhishek Manu Singhvi of the Congress Party. So we have the Congress, the TMC and the left. Thank you and welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for coming. Derek O'Brien, do you need the Congress Party after this? We are told that Mamata Banerjee's internal assessment is no.
In fact, Mamata Banerjee spoke to you. She said nothing of the sort. The decision to break the alliance, I think, see, Arnav, first let us celebrate this evening. You know, you're getting straight into the thing and saying, do we need, don't we need? I mean, congratulations to first bolo. You've celebrated.
Congratulations, Derek. Congratulations.
I think.
Now answer the question.
Thank you, Arnav. Yeah. I think there's no question of saying whether we need the Congress or don't need the Congress. We were quite shocked actually when the alliance broke. And to clarify, the issue was with a few Bengal leaders. The Trinamool are absolutely committed to the UPA too. My leader has gone on record saying today that there's no question of not continuing with UPA too. So everything is hunky-dory. But it's the Congress's decision now whether for 2011 it's a call they've taken. But I think today what is significant for us is that we fought these elections. That's why this is an even bigger victory for us than the Lok Sabha elections, because we fought the left, the Communist Party of India, the BJP, as well as the Congress.
Okay, now this is what Abhishek Manu Singhvi, this is what Mamata Banerjee said. I will not bow to those who are hand in glove with the CPM. This is referring to Congress leaders. I would rather prefer a political death. She also said, no, you're shaking your head. I have more quotes. Congress will not be successful in the elections as it has one foot in the CPIM camp and the other elsewhere. It's not a Congress government, it's a UPA government. It's the Congress which broke the alliance. Now take the responsibility for it. Today, throughout Kolkata, Trinamool leaders were taunting the Congress party. What kind of an alliance is this?
Arnav, can I now reply, please?
Yes.
You have tried your best for the last 5 minutes to be a Narad Muni. Just like Narad Muni failed in the ultimate analysis, you are also going to fail. Look, there is a very good harmonious marriage running along fairly well in Delhi.
Okay.
There is no divorce, there is not even a judicial separation, but you want to be the spoiler there. Nothing like that is happening.
I am quoting Mamata Banerjee.
One sec.
No, I simply quoted you accused me of being a Narad Muni. I quoted Mamata Banerjee for you.
I have heard you. Mamata Banerjee has not mentioned the Congress name. Your Narad Muni element comes in by you injecting Congress into it.
No, she has mentioned the Congress name.
There was no, one second. There was no marriage in West Bengal in the first place. Although ideally we should have married, but there was no marriage. Therefore, there is no question of divorce or separation there.
But you
yes,
just,
in an ideal world, there should have been a marriage.
O'Brien say also who broke the alliance.
Now, one minute. Now, there is no question of breaking the alliance because at the local level, an alliance never took place.
Yes.
Mamata Banerjee, try as you might, has not insulted or denigrated the Congress. This is an hour of celebration. We have congratulated her. We are in fact extremely, we are ourselves extremely contrite that we have not done as well as we wanted. Ideally, we should have done better. But that apart, it cannot detract from a great victory.
Dr. Singhvi, you see, there is one line that you can take on television shows and the other line that you can take in political rallies before the people. Today, there were at least 13 different occasions calculated where different Trinamool Congress leaders at different occasions said this is a message to the local Congress leadership. And I have one more quote of Mamata Banerjee with your permission. May I read it?
No,
No, may I read one more quote of Mamata Banerjee?
She has won Calcutta, she has won West Bengal, and we have fought the elections against, not together. Therefore, she is entitled to that victory. But that doesn't mean that we are fighting at all levels. We just could not have an alliance in West Bengal, but otherwise it's running well.
Okay. Okay, I'll come back to the Congress. I have a quote here. I'll just read out. This is what Mamata Banerjee said. In the interest of the alliance, we have tolerated a lot. We have not disturbed the government in Delhi. In future also, we will not do till we are able to remain there with due honor. So these are all quotes of Mamata Banerjee, not of yours truly. But let me go to Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya. Mr. Bhattacharya, would you today concede that Mamata Banerjee has routed you in Kolkata and has usurped your position in large parts of Bengal? What is the reason for this pathetic situation that the left finds itself in? Would you credit Mamata Banerjee for it? She's captured the imagination somewhere.
You see, at the very first blush, I must accept the mandate of the common man, common people, with all humility. This is no doubt that the mandate has gone in favor of Mamata Banerjee and TMC. Therefore, there is no question of not accepting that. This has to be accepted. We have accepted this. We welcome Mamata Banerjee and his team to take over and show to the common man that they could perform there and fulfill the pledges which they have made to the common people. There's nothing to worry about that. We have lost the battle, but we may have to go further, and we have to really find out the basic reasons why there has been such a bad performance on our part. That has to be done, which cannot be really given a first blush comment on that, because this is definitely not a mandate on the question of performance so far the poor, I mean civic services are concerned. This is something which people are really concerned about, the slogan of change. Now this is a battle of pro-change.
You know, this is Arnav really insulting this verdict.
Okay.
You know, this is insulting this verdict. If the left wants to be in self-denial, anyway, they are in perpetual self-denial. This is, you know, self-denial of the extreme.
Unless I am allowed to conclude, I don't think this interruption would really help anybody.
Please continue.
I have already said that we have accepted the defeat, we have accepted the mandate of the common people, but this is the statement of the Mamata Banerjee and the TMC also. This is a verdict for pro-change. People who want to change, they have given the verdict. That we also accept that this is the real position on which the...
Okay,
you might differ, but the question is, this is not the verdict as has been told by the Mamata Banerjee on the performance of the
Sitaram Yechuri said today in Delhi, Derek O'Brien, mathematically Sitaram Yechuri says 17% of West Bengal has voted. Why are you making it such a big deal?
Yes.
Now mathematically you can't mathematically you can't prove him wrong.
Listen. If the left, I have no problem. If the left want to use mathematics to be in self-denial, let Mr. Sitaram Yechuri do his mathematics in Delhi and let him drive around in Delhi. But if Mr. Sitaram Yechuri cares to drive down National Highway 34 from Calcutta here, take the highway right up to Siliguri, he looks left and he looks right. There is only green along the way. Then he spoke about this is an urban vote. See, if someone is in self-denial, I have no issue. They lost every election. One second, let me just finish. And there are two there's a point on positive and negative which Mr. Bhattacharya made. I have a different hypothesis. Okay? Our hypothesis is that this was the excuse or the analysis which could have been made 1 year ago.
No, but it is true that only 17%, no, it's true, Derek, only 17% of the people voted. It's true. And out of the 17%, I go to mathematics, out of 81 municipalities, TMC won in 40% seats as compared to 60% in urban areas. So you're stronger in cities, that's also true. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Listen. What rural areas are we talking about?
The ones which have to which results have come today, Derek.
Yes, we are talking about left bastions. There is a minister by the name of Mr. Konar.
No.
Okay, Memari. Let's talk about Burba. Listen, if someone wants to be in self-denial, I'm not going to come here and tell them why not to get out of the self-denial. It's fine. If they would like to analyze these results like this, that is their prerogative. Okay. They can have a meeting and discuss all these things. I just want to make one more point.
I actually began tonight by saying...
Can I just make one point?
Okay, you make your point, then I have a point. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, I have a point. You know, I mean, looking at it purely from trying to look at it from a neutral point of view, because after the Lok Sabha, it could have been said this was a negative vote. Let's assume that's what they said. Now this after 1 year, this after 1 year is seen as a positive vote, because even in the strategy of the Communist Party of India.
But I don't want to get into those are semantics. That's semantics. I am on a very fundamental point. No, I am on a fundamental point today.
Yes.
Okay, you have one in Kolkata and you have one in the rest of Bengal in the 81 constituency. My question today is 1 minute. In Delhi, where you are in government, if the government 3 or 4 days from now decides to strengthen Mr. Chidambaram and strengthen the anti-Maoist drive, my straight question, and don't give me a roundabout answer to this, Derek, will Mamata Banerjee go along with the government's initiative or not? Yes or no?
Please understand. No, see, or no. Because you want monosyllabic answers, I'm not going to come here to give you monosyllabic answers.
But why the discomfort?
Mamata Banerjee made her point. There's no question of discomfort. We need to understand, you know, because too often in television studios, we do not appreciate enough a mass leader with a point of view like Mamata Banerjee. You know, and I think the point she made on your channel and a few other channels today, if you run that clip, our position is made so clear.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where your party's position is. You say we condemn individual killings. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, except that today there is a huge divide as far as the policy of Mamata Banerjee on Maoism is concerned. Would you deny that, Dr. Singhvi?
Look, different political parties can have different approaches as far as policy mix is concerned. But one thing no political party can be allowed to have is a different view on terrorism, violence or disruption. I have no hesitation in saying that Ms. Mamata Banerjee or the Trinamool Congress do not have any different view on dealing with terrorism, violence or obstruction. Yes, in policy approaches and doing a particular scheme or not doing a particular scheme, there can be issues. But we are on the same page as far as action of this is concerned. Indeed, we have not even criticized BJP ruled governments like Chhattisgarh.
No, but Mamata Banerjee has.
What talk of an ally?
No, Mamata Banerjee has. Derek, contradict me if I am wrong. Mamata Banerjee has. April 15th, Mamata Banerjee said, in the name of joint venture operations, the arms that are being sent by the centre go to CPM leaders and ministers. She said that they are looting the arms, distributing the arms to the party cadre and capturing villages.
Absolutely right. We have said so also. Ultimately, it's a state subject, but we don't want this to look like a divisive issue or terrorism. On the actions, as far as curbing this menace is concerned, we are on the same page.
No, you have a minister who says it's not an operation against Maoists, it's an operation against the oppressed people. That's what she has said.
I think that's a complete. That's what who said?
Mamata Banerjee, April 15th. Chidambaram should withdraw operations against the Maoists immediately. It is the CPM's cadre who are benefiting from the operation.
Yes, you have to put it in context.
The context is the anti-Maoist drive.
Or no.
No. Mamata Banerjee has never said that Maoists, when they indulge in extremism or violence, are not to be curbed. She has not opposed any government policy. She has not differed in cabinet meetings. You may be quoting some statement which is a particular context of an electoral situation in local West Bengal. No, it certainly doesn't mean that she has a policy like that on the national level.
Bikash Bhattacharya, one word. I'm coming to you, Derek. I know, Derek, you want to come in on that. Bikash Bhattacharya, is politics uppermost or governance now?
The government, UP government too, is clearly a divided house on the question of anti-Maoist operation. There is no doubt about that. The Home Ministry is speaking in one voice and Railway Ministry is speaking in a different voice. These two different voices are automatically reflecting that the divided house cannot combat the Maoist force. I don't know how could Dr. Singhvi really plead for such a weak case, but that is his prerogative. But I am sure this is very open to the people of the country that the government is not talking in one voice, except the Honorable Prime Minister, who has been repeatedly saying that the Maoists are the greatest internal danger. The effort to counter them seems to be little hesitant on the part of the unified actions of the Railway Ministry and Home Ministry.
This doesn't take away from today's victory.
I have to make a point here. Two
Sure.
points. One, what are we debating today? The card which came at the top of your program, what are we debating today? Are we debating as the left, as a political engine, has the engine shut off? Or does it have the power to start off again? Is that what we are debating on news, or you've decided now to change the topic of the debate?
No, it's a fundamental issue.
What are we debating?
No, one second.
At this moment,
Derek, there are several. We also say, is Mamta going to be tempted to go solo? It's there on your screen. You can read it right now. And one of the issues why that is because people believe her differences are too much for her to carry on.
Let me clarify. Okay. Let me say this, I think for the 7th time today on television. Please don't get into this solo, double, semi-finals. Please leave that for tennis.
Right.
Let us focus on this great movement here to remove communism from Bengal. That is the focus. And I think where the communists, let them be in self-denial. I was trying to make an earlier point, because in the Lok Sabha election, even in the election strategy, they made a tectonic shift. Their tectonic shift which they made.
Right.
Because if they'd been together, this would have been a complete sweep.
Well, you know, the thing was, you must remember the context in which the two parties split. It was really an assessment. Both parties, and I still believe